everybody, my name is Miss Hoffman and this is the intro video for speech class. I just wanted to go ahead and make this video to introduce myself to you guys and so that you sort of know what we're going to be doing on the first day of school. I have a lot of paperwork that is up there on my website, but don't be overwhelmed by that or anything. It is a lot at the very beginning, but I promise you it's really not that bad. It's just a lot of forms that we have to get through. So a couple of things about me, first of all, especially with me not being able to see you, please don't be upset if I get you guys mixed up, if I have names wrong or anything like that. I'm even really bad with names in my own classroom with the kids that I can see. So just be patient with me if that happens. Hopefully I do get to see you soon and get to know you a little bit better. I do have a background in theater at Lamar. That's where I got my degree. But speech and drama are really similar. I teach drama as well. So I'm really going to be focusing in this class on teaching you how to be an effective speaker in life. Not necessarily analyzing speeches as much as it is trying to get a job or being successful in your job, talking to other people and that sort of thing. When I took speech at Lamar, I didn't really enjoy the class. I thought it was kind of pointless with the things that they ended up teaching us, and I definitely don't want my class to be that way. So I'm going to try to make it fun for you guys, and I'm just going to try to do the best that I can for you to enjoy it, especially being online and not being here in person. We are going to use Flipgrid a lot, which is where you guys can make a video and the people in class can respond to it and vice versa. I'm a weird person. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that right now in my videos. It may be a little bit hard to tell, but whenever I'm up in front of the class, I am always dancing around and making weird faces, and it's going to be kind of hard to do that with a mask on, but I'm going to still do my best. I'd like to make you laugh in order to really, get the material and kind of compare it to something positive so that you can remember it very well. I have a few likes and dislikes, and it's a little bit different since you guys aren't in my classroom, but again, in case you do come back, I'd like to go ahead and tell you a little bit about what I like. I like it very clean, especially right now with everything going on. We want to make sure that we're keeping the classroom super clean. No trash in my room, those kinds of things. If you gotta have trash, throw it away. And I kind of like it when it's mostly quiet. I don't mind you talking at certain parts of the day, but whenever you're doing your independent work, you really need to focus and, do your own thing. So I have a lot of paperwork I told you I was going to go over. The first thing that I'd like to show you is called the table of contents, binder table of contents. I normally do a binder grade in my class. I make you keep up with everything throughout the year and then I check it. But again, with everything going on, I'm not 100% sure that it would be wise of me to go touch 100 people's binders all the time and for you to be working on that, because normally I let you keep your binder in my classroom and I just don't think that's clean this year. But I will still provide you with this list right here. This is a comprehensive list of everything that I will be giving you, or the assignments you will be doing this year. It's probably good for you to keep up with this and keep your own binder, because our final is also comprehensive, and keeping all of the notes that I give you throughout the year are really going to help you pass that final. So there's that. The next thing on my list is the syllabus. It's a little long, so bear with me. Front and back, I'll just go over everything really quickly, and then this is your class contract. So for the beginning, I give you a little bit of class information. Welcome to speech. It's one semester. Give you the teaks and everything, and then with little stars next to it. Presentations in this class are a necessity. Public speaking is one of those things you're going to have to learn how to do no matter what. You're going to need it in just about every job you have, so we got to get through it at some point. So might as well do it now, right? So I have a few rules. I really don't like it when the audience is disruptive to the person that's speaking. I think that's very disrespectful, and I know that a lot of people have trouble getting up in front of people and speaking, so I really don't want that to affect anybody. I do know people personally my age that won't get up and speak in front of people because when they were in school, people made fun of them, laughed during their presentation, critiqued them too badly on it and told them they weren't good, and so now they have a negative stigma attached to public speaking. So we definitely don't want that to happen. So be respectful while others are speaking. Respect the classroom and all classroom materials. Arrive on time, of course, if you guys get here. I'm not going to make you come during class time. You shouldn't have to come online and be involved in the class. I will try to make separate videos for you. Of course, it says put away all electronic devices. That kind of goes for you guys too while you're watching my videos. Please try to concentrate on just this. I know that you're at home, probably in your pajamas, hanging out. But I do make these videos for a reason. I'm not just talking to talk. I'm trying to teach you some things or go over some stuff for you. So try to concentrate. And then, of course, encourage others to do their best work. You guys will also be required at a certain point to go on Flipgrid. If I can make it work in the classroom by filming the speeches that are here and then having you guys at home watch them and then give them critiques, that will be an assignment for you as well. The textbook that you will need, and mine has my name on it, is called What Every Student Should Know About Presenting Effective Oral Presentations. It's a long book title. I just call it Speech Book. You can get this for $15 in the office from Miss Payton. It is not available online. It's a little bit of an older book, so please, as soon as you can, get up to the office and get one of these. She will have them readily available for you. If you know someone else that took speech in the past, you can totally take their book as well and not have to pay for it. It's the same book. It may be a slightly different edition, but I think it has almost all the same information in there. The first 1 and 2 chapters I will put up online, but that's it. I really need you to get the book by the time we get to the 3rd chapter. It's not really the 3rd chapter, it's chapter 8 that we go to 3rd, but whatever. So get this ASAP-a-rooney, because the second day of class I launch right into it. Now we will be done with it in about 3 weeks. It's a very short book. If you can't tell, it's really small. It only has 8 chapters and we skip one of them. So it's not that much. Academic dishonesty, of course, no plagiarizing. Write your own speeches, use your own experiences. We don't want to copy from each other. We don't want to copy from anything that we find online. Time requirements is the next thing. I do put requirements on your speeches because I think it's important that you guys learn limits, especially if you're out in the real world doing presentations for somebody for your job. You need to know whether that person has an hour or whether they have 20 minutes, and you need to kind of start internalizing how time feels. We don't have a very good sense of that as humans. We kind of don't really know how long it's been since we ate breakfast. I can look at the clock and say, oh, I ate breakfast at 6:30, so it's 8:21 now. So it's been about 2 hours. But if I had to think about it without looking at the clock, I probably wouldn't know that because we don't really do time that way in our heads. So you need to start learning about that. For supplies, you are responsible for keeping up for all your stuff. I said that before. And I am a lecture kind of person. I like to make it fun, but I do talk to teach. Each class period is color-coded in my class. If you end up coming to class, then you will need to know these things because we have trays that are just color-coded. I do that because our classes change every year, and it makes it a little bit easier for me to just say, you guys are the red class, that sort of thing. So you will need a 2-inch binder, something of that size to keep up with all the stuff I give you. You're going to want a regular spiral notebook to write notes in, especially if you're listening to my lectures. You may want to take extra notes. You're going to want index cards for giving your speech. You're not allowed to use a full piece of paper while giving your speech, only index cards. I recommend white only. It's a lot easier to see when you write. Those colorful ones kind of get in the way and they're distracting. Of course, you're going to want something to write with. Highlighters for your book. This is yours. You are 100% able to do whatever you want with it, write in it, highlight it, whatever. And I need you to have your supplies pretty soon. I mean, you're at home, so you're probably not going to be, as drastically needing those kinds of things as they do here. Excuse me, but they will need it here ASAP. So for the colors, if you are in I had to think about my gold days. All my speech classes are on gold days. So if you are in F block, you will be yellow. If you are in G block, you will be green. And if you are in H block, you will be blue. So yellow, green, and blue, F, G, and H. My late work policy. If you do not have a valid excuse for turning it in late, aka, family emergency, or computer blew up, or internet's out, that kind of thing, it is 15 points off after the due date has passed. Most of your assignments will be due at midnight, so after midnight on that day, 15 points. 25 points at the end of the next class period. After that day, the assignment is a 0. I try not to take late work as much as possible, because it's very hard for me to be organized whenever I'm getting, 20 different papers on 20 different days. I really like to have it all at one time so I can grade it in a timely manner and get it back to you. You guys won't have to worry about the no-name rack if you're following along on the syllabus with me. That's for kids in class that don't put their name on stuff, and then I can't grade it, so I hang it up there, and I'll show you my room tour in just a little bit. For extra credit, it will be a little bit difficult for you guys to get extra credit because you're not here in class. We can try to work something out if you really need it. But for the class, I give out coupons, and then I give you the option of bringing things into the classroom, and I'll go over that in a little bit, supplies and things like that, or coming to see the drama shows or going to school events or those kinds of things. I also accept events in the community if it's an arts related event, like going to an art show or going to a theater show, or taking a painting class, anything like that. If you can prove to me that you went and bring me the program or show me your painting or that kind of thing, then I can give you extra credit for that. Our midterm or final exam, depending on which semester you're in, it will be the midterm for you guys. It consists of 2 parts. The first half is a written exam that's worth 50 points. There's 50 questions. Each question is worth a point. And then there is an impromptu speech section that's worth the other half of your grade. The impromptu speech is a little fun. Everybody says it's kind of scary, but I think it's more fun. About a week in advance, I will give you the option of writing down 5 topics that you are very comfortable speaking about. It can be very simple. It can be things like family, friendship, church, if you're into, extracurricular activities, drama, football, whatever that may be. And you can write those down, and you're going to start thinking about them, because on the day of the speech, and this is actually going to be for you guys too if you're still distance learning, you will get your topic and a question regarding one of those topics. So if you chose football, I may, on the day of, say, okay, I chose football as your topic, and my question to you is, why did you choose to play football in the first place? Then you will have to talk for 2 minutes about that subject. You're going to have to demonstrate to me proper form in your body, proper projection in your voice, and then proper, speech techniques whenever you're putting the whole thing together. Now, it is on the spot, so some things are not going to be perfect, and that's totally okay. I just want you to show me that you've improved from the beginning of the year and that you've learned some stuff. So 2 minutes isn't very long, but what I'll do for you guys is do a video conference individually, and I'll give you your topic, and then you'll talk to me for 2 minutes on video. Oh, excuse me. So your online and distance learning section down here, it says online learners will be expected to watch pre-recorded lecture videos, take notes, and turn in assignments in a timely manner. Speeches should be recorded at home in an area with little to no noise distraction and with a device that has good video quality. On-campus classes will watch online students' videos and provide constructive feedback using Flipgrid. If possible, some on-campus speeches will be recorded, and online learners will provide constructive feedback using Flipgrid. So you'll record your speech on there, and then you will get constructive criticism, which is something I teach in the class. That doesn't mean people are going to go on there and say, this was bad, or something like that. Constructive criticism is something that they like, something that they notice that you can improve on, and then they're going to tell you how they think you can improve on that thing. So it's all done in a constructive manner, so that no one is tearing each other down. We're just helping each other find the things that we may need to improve on later in the future, because there's things for everybody. Nobody's perfect. So the next page, I need you to read and sign and have it returned by the second day of class. I need to look at my calendar to see exactly which day that is. That will be the 21st. It's a Friday. So I need you to fill and sign. I made a PDF form. It says class contract. You're just kind of saying that you understand the rules and procedures, which we're about to go over, that, demerits are a thing, but you guys are at home, so I don't know if you'll really have to deal with that as much. That you understand the time limits for speech are important. It's minus 30 points if you don't reach the time limit or within, 15 seconds of it. You understand that you have to give presentations in this class, that you need to make up your own missed work, and that you'll do everything that is expected of you to the best of your ability. So you sign at the bottom, and then your parent signs. So that's the syllabus. Next is the procedures. Woo, as it goes flying out of my hand. See, I'm crazy. Procedures and policies. So we'll start with the procedures side. Again, this kind of has more to do with whenever you come into the classroom, but again, I hope that I can see you very soon, and so you'll need to know these things anyway. I like to do the structure in my class of a little bit of lecture time, then independent work time, then cleanup time. So I want you to put things away while we're doing independent work. Your computer can be out, but that's only if you're actively typing up your speech. If you're doing kind of preliminary stuff, I'd actually prefer that you write it down. Kind of helps a little bit in your brain. Like when you type, sure, you can delete things pretty easily, but when you're writing, it sort of helps connect it a little bit more and it's easier. Do things you need to do before I start my lecture period, things like sharpening pencils and throwing away trash. It says no food in here, but since the structure of school is going to be a little bit different, I may be more lenient on that this year. If you're absent, make sure that you make up your work. Everything is already online in the Google Classroom, so you just really need to watch my videos and keep up with what week it is. I do my class structure by weeks. Bring all materials to class, keep the classroom neat and orderly. If you get here, you'll see, you can see it a little bit behind me, I have a weekly layout board, and that's where you know where everything is. Thankfully, on my website, I've got a full calendar that tells you what we're doing every day, and then we're about to talk about the weekly schedule as well, so you'll be able to keep up with that. Be respectful of materials in the classroom if you do end up coming here. In the event of an emergency drill, I'll teach you all about that. And then be respectful of whoever is speaking. And for you guys, that goes more toward be respectful when you do your constructive criticism, that you're making sure that you do a positive thing as well as something that they can improve on. On the back, our policies. I've got daily worksheets that you'll need to pick up from the table every day. We'll have a journal topic or a tribes topic that we need to talk about. That's a new thing that we're doing this year at the school. It's sort of an emotional check-in to make sure that everybody's doing okay, especially right now when everything is going on. Extra credit policy, I talked a little bit about that. And supplies that you guys can bring. And hey, if y'all want to drop them off at the school or have mom or dad drop them off or whoever, totally fine with that. Just put your name on them and then I will send you that you have X amount of extra credit points. So I'll take things like Kleenex, pencils, notebook paper, paper towels. If you can find Clorox wipes, that would be great, or hand sanitizer. I'll take whiteboard markers, scissors, tape, staples, just about anything that you can use in the classroom. I'm trying to look around and see if there's anything else. Computer paper. I take computer paper, markers, crayons. I don't know if I said that already. The deadline for extra credit is normally the second week of school, so I'll say by the 28th. I won't take anything after that. Other donations you can make to my classroom include age-appropriate novels. I love having a little classroom library. I like puzzle books, Sudoku books, crossword puzzle books. It's really good for kids that have finished early. So if you guys are bored, and you end up coming to my classroom, you have things to do. And then if you got anything related to theater, any scripts, any books, any things like that, I will definitely take those and give you extra credit for that. The next page is the weekly schedule, like I said before. I'm not going to go in detail and break this down, but you can see it on the website and it coincides with the calendar. This gives you what number week it is, the date, if there's anything that's affecting that week, and the topics, and then the chapters that we're covering. As you can see, we finish chapter 7 pretty early on week 7 as well. So you guys can look over that. The bolded ones are where your major speech assignments are. Next is the lap, something that you can just look over by yourself. I don't really, we don't really need to go over it together. It just sort of tells you what the activities are for this semester. And then the last piece of paperwork is this first day activity. It's called just a check-in. It is some emotional check-in questions that I would like for you to answer. So it says, take your time and answer the questions below to the best of your ability. Then we will have a class discussion to see what everyone has been up to over the summer and see if we can help each other cope during this confusing time. Distance learners, please make a 2-minute Flipgrid video introducing yourself and briefly discussing your answers. So I know 2 minutes may sound like a lot, but it's 5 whole questions that have a lot of explanation. So number 1 says, how are you feeling right now? Elaborate a bit and tell me why you think you're feeling this way. So are you tired? Are you feeling good? Are you excited about school? Are you scared about school? However you're feeling, give me a little bit of background on that. Don't forget to introduce yourself first. Then the second one, circle which one applies to you. Are you a distance learning student, which you guys would be, or a face-to-face student, because they're doing this in class too. And then the question is this where you want to be? Why or why not? Are you someone that wanted to come to school, but maybe your parents said they thought it would be best if you stayed home? The kids in class, are they worried about being here and they would rather be online, vice versa? Are you comfortable being at home? Those sorts of things are what I'd like to know and what I'd like to discuss. Number 3, what has your stress level been like over the last 4 months on a scale from 1 to 10, where 1 is I'm relaxed as possible and 10 is I want to pull my hair out? If it has changed over time, you can choose more than one number and maybe give me a little graph of, I was a 1 here and now I'm a 6 and then I went back down to a 4. And then the last question, what is causing your stress? Are you worried about the environment that we're in right now? Are you just worried about school starting? Is your best friend in a fight with you? Those kinds of things. You don't have to share it if you don't want to, if it's really personal, but this is kind of helping me evaluate, and it's really healthy, I think, to talk about these things, especially with other people that are going through the same things as you. Number 4 says, how can your teachers and peers at school help you have a better experience this semester? So if there's anything that I can do for you, please let me know. If you need individual speaking time with me, or you're going to need extra help with speech, that kind of thing, let me know. And then number 5, what has been your way to pass the time over the last few months? So what have you been doing? I know we've all been stuck at home for so long. It's been awful. So have you been playing video games? Have you been going outside? Did you go to the beach this summer? What did you do? What are you doing to kind of keep your mind off of everything? So those are the papers that you need to know. Please sign that syllabus. Please do that first day activity. Those are going to be due by the 21st on Friday. Is there anything else that you need to know? Let's see. If you're interested in the drama club, they have suspended all extracurricular activities for 2 weeks, but we are doing Club Carnival on Monday, the 17th. If you are interested in being in the drama club, just shoot me an email. My email is ehoffman, that's HOFFMAN, at mkchs.com. So just send me an email and say, hey, Miss Hoffman, I'm interested in joining the drama club. I will put your name on that email list. If you have any questions, again, send me an email. That's the best way to reach me. My email is on my phone. I can answer it just about any time of the day. I do try to go to bed kind of early, which is, for me, is like 10:30. So if you email me after that, I may not get it until the next morning, but I will do my best to get back to you at any point. If you want to look over that weekly schedule and that calendar, like I said, that'll give you a really good sort of overview on what is happening on each day. I will have a Google form check-in for you on each class day to make sure that you are keeping up with everything, that you're there, that you're looking at stuff. Again, I don't expect you to be there during my class time, but I do need everything done by the end of the day. Since all of my classes are on Gold Day, then all of you will have the same due dates. So it'll be, let's see, again, Wednesday the 19th is your first day of class. The syllabus and first day activity will be due Friday. I would like for everyone to be able, in class, to be able to watch your videos on Friday before we start the chapter lecture. That way they can kind of know who you are as well. And then it'll go Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from there. If there are any calendar interruptions, because they haven't fully finished doing the calendar yet with everything going on, then I will adjust and I'll put it up there and I'll let you know in a little note. Definitely look at the Google Classroom. That is where I will be communicating with you the most and putting things up. A lot of things are already up there. Like I said, you can kind of look ahead if you want to. Not all the lecture videos are up. I'm going to try to do that as soon as I possibly can. But yeah, so that's me, and I hope this sort of helps you understand what's happening. Again, any questions, please let me know, and I think we're going to have a wonderful semester. So hopefully I will see you soon.